Hello Blue Bears, this is Devin here on I believe my third video of my figure reviews. And today I will be showcasing you the Taurosaurus, the Xenoceratops, the Albertaceratops, and the Utahceratops. So we'll begin the video here with our first figure we'll look at is the Utahceratops. Put these down here. Okay, this is my fourth video, correction. Thank you, Mom, for interrupting. And this here is the Utahceratops. The coloration of the figure is based on the Gila monster, a lizard from Arizona, I believe. And a nice, lovely black and red that slowly fades into a more tanny color over here. A nice look up in there. Let's look at the eyes. That's like a yellowish color, if you can see that. They're very painted very nicely. Wonderful frill here with the spotty design. Right? It almost makes it look like eye spots. And the spines on the frill, very pointy. Curved horns. There's the point sideways, and this one nose horn. Alright, here's some facts, and here is the card. The art on this card it was made by Shannon and Beaumont, I believe I say her name. Taurosaurus Getty, which the name means Utah horned face, in reference to where this guy was found in Utah. It can get up to 23 feet in length, and was found in the Kaipirowitz Formation in Utah, and lived in the late Cretaceous 76.4 million years ago. Named by Scott D. Sampson in 2010. Robust and powerful, Utahceratops had a large, elongated frill and 3 short horns. Named with Cosmoceratops in 2010, the 2 Chasmosaurians lived at the same time and locations. Possible predators included Teratiphonius. Yes. And just like most figures of the Ceratopsian series, you can open the mouth and look inside, and you'll see some nice teeth painted in the mouth. Big boy. So next up, we'll move on to the next animal that's also named after a location, and the Albertaceratops. Lovely choices of color here, with orange, whites, blacks, and a little bit of blue on the face. What are you laughing at? And again, look inside the mouth, and you can see nice teeth in the back of the mouth here, and a flexible tongue you can pose. A little posable tongue you can play with.
The tongue moves? I did not know that.
Yeah, the tongue moves, yes.
Wow.
Yep, the tongue moves a little bit. You can get it positioned right. Yep.
That's cool. I didn't know that they actually make one of their tongues move.
Yep, they make your
That's
tongue
interesting. I never do that when you picture to them. That's cool.
Yep. And you look at the head sculpt of Albertaceratops. You have these 2 long brow horns, and this little blunt horn, or maybe it's not really a horn at all, it's just a bony protrusion on the face. It's kind of flat, and these interesting little frill spines are very broad and curved sideways. The Albertaceratops, now, despite it looking very similar to Triceratops, Albertaceratops is not a close relative of Triceratops. It is, however, in the same family, Ceratopsidae, but it is is a centrosaurian and not a chasmosaurian like Triceratops is. Looking at the card here, made by Ramos, Albertaceratops nesmoi, Albertaceratops, meaning Alberta horned face, because of it being found in Alberta, Canada. It reach up to 19 feet in length. It was found in the Old Man Formation of Alberta, Canada, and lived 77.5 million years ago in the late Cretaceous. It was named by Michael J. Ryan in 2007. With its unusually large brow horns and otherwise centrosaurian-like skull, Albertaceratops was a contemporary of its close relative Medusaceratops. Albertaceratops is one of the most basal centrosaurians and is known from a single complete skull. So we only know this guy from a skull. We don't know anything else from him. He's just known from a single skull. It's honestly very interesting. Next up is an animal named Xenoceratops. Right here. They're found all the way up in Montana, I believe. Oh, wait, no, it's also from Alberta, Canada. So, anyway, Xenoceratops. I forgot what animal was used for the coloration, but it was definitely like a lizard, I think. Again, you can open the mouth and look inside and see teeth. Yeah. Again, all flexible tongue. And here, very interesting frill. Two long brow horns, very blunt nose horn, and its frill spines, very interesting looking. Nice picks of yellows, browns, and I think like a orangey color. And here's the card used for the Albertaceratops. A nice wonderful work, also made by Raul Ramos. The Xenoceratops formostensis. This Xenoceratops means alien or foreign horned face, and it could get up to length of 20 feet. Was found in the foremost formation in Alberta, Canada, which is where its species name formostensis comes from. Lived 80 million years ago in the late Cretaceous, and was named by Ryan, Evans, and Shepard in 2012. The first ceratopsian described from the foremost formation. Xenoceratops was also the oldest known ceratopsian in Canada at the time of its discovery. Its name Xenos means alien or foreign, a reference to the lack of ceratopsian species from that area, which makes it a very peculiar species. I always wonder why it was the only ceratopsian known from that location. Maybe we'll learn answers why in the future, or when we find more fossils. It's a nice look at it, looking at all of that detail of the scales and the feature scales. There's another one, the Wave 3 figures. Lastly, the last animal we have is by far one of the biggest, the Taurosaurus. Now this guy is a close relative of Triceratops, as he is also a member of the tribe Triceratopsinae, which includes Triceratops, Taurosaurus, Regulaceratops, and other closer relatives to Triceratops. Here, all of them are chasmosaurians, and Taurosaurus is one of the biggest I believe, second to Triceratops in size. There's Triceratops is only a little bit bigger, maybe with some specimens. The Taurosaurus is pretty close in size to Triceratops. You can open its mouth pretty wide right here, and you can look inside the mouth and see the teeth that have been painted in. Of course, that little tongue, I can't really reach back in there because how deep the tongue is inside. And the frill is very long. Taurosaurus probably has the largest skull of any land animal, and probably one of the tallest skulls. This has very long brow horns that are above the eyes, and is a very wider nose horn. This and the coloration for this figure was based on the blue spotted tree monitor. Here. You see definitely the reason why it's very blue, very blue. So, this is like my mom's favorite figure of the series because she just likes the blue color. Here. And the black.
Yep, I like blue color on each school.
Yep, and
I
black
like
blotches.
That's just like a bird.
Well, yeah,
Like a
ceratopsians.
little pecker.
Ceratopsians all have beaks on their
Yeah,
mouth.
it's kinda cool.
Yeah. But despite this, it is not closely related to birds. Despite this, because birds are not ornithischians, they're part of the saurischian group of dinosaurs. So that means birds are technically more related to T-Rex, Velociraptors, Brachiosaurus technically too. And these wonderful eye spots on the frill. Well, the name Taurosaurus is in reference to the large openings in its frill called fenestrae. Fenestrae are usually openings in the frill for muscle attachments or just any type of opening like this, like your eye sockets are like fenestrae, nostrils are fenestrae, any holes in your skull are technically a fenestrae. But it's still a very big animal. If I had like an action figure that was probably comparable in size to an actual person, I would probably use for reference. So here we have the card for Taurosaurus. Here it depicts two of them duking it out. Oh, and which this card was, the art was also made by Raul Ramos. So Taurosaurus latus, Taurosaurus meaning perforated lizard, and it can reach up to 30 feet. 30 feet, that's really huge. And has been found across the western interior of North America, like Wyoming, Montana, Texas maybe. And lived 68 million years ago. And it was named by Charles O. Marsh in 1891. Among the largest of ceratopsians, Taurosaurus was a contemporary of its close relative of Triceratops. The validity of this species was contested in 2010 as being synonymous with Triceratops, but was later dismissed due to a lack of transitional skull evidence. So I believe this theory was made popular by Jack Horner, or not Jack Horner from Puss in Boots and the Last Wish, but Jack Horner, the paleontologist. That guy made a lot of crazy theories. He's in the paleo community about dinosaurs. Like the one where he thought T-Rex was a scavenger and not a hunter. Although technically they're really most predators nowadays are now just opportunistic hunters. I mean, they'll eat anything, whether it's alive or not. So, or just whatever they can eat for survival. But yeah, he did popularize the theory that Taurosaurus was a mature Triceratops, and that Triceratops was a subadult Taurosaurus. The reason why this theory started was because we originally, I believe, if I'm correct, that we did not find any remains of young Taurosaurus, but we found plenty remains of young Triceratops, which called into question about if Taurosaurus was valid or not. But and so it depends on whether or not which would become which. Would Taurosaurus become Triceratops, or would Triceratops become Taurosaurus? And there's people suggesting to combine the names into Tauroceratops. But the theory did not hold because there was no enough skull evidence to tell that they were definitely not the same animal. Because Triceratops has a solid frill with no openings in it, unlike Taurosaurus, and we actually have found young Taurosaurus remains. So that instantly debunked the theory that these two were the same creature or whatsoever. So it's nice that so in paleontology, it's not always we don't always know everything until we find more evidence through new fossils or new specimens to help prove theories of many things that we did know. Like, we may know more than we did, like, back in 1824 when the first dinosaur was discovered and we thought they were giant lizards. But we now know that they are a diverse, peculiar, interesting group of animals that are still alive today, with the birds being the last surviving lineage of dinosaurs. Now guys, after most of this video, the Triceratops is the only figure I have left to collect. I'm currently trying to save up for that. Otherwise that would be the last figure that I need to get for the Ceratopsian series. And then I'll have the complete set of all the figures. Here's this nice, again, another look. Oh, and also on the belly, if you can notice that the belly looks kind of like that of a crocodile with the scales. How the scales on the belly aren't looking. They look like a crocodile or an alligator's belly scales. That's because we actually found evidence of Triceratops that it had belly scales that looked like a crocodile. And which we even found belly scales on an Allosaurus that looked kind of like a snake belly. So they probably have very similar bellies, crocodilians and some other reptiles maybe. But that is it for the reviews. So Blueberries Hairs, that's the end of this video. Oh, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, and for me, he does leave it down in the comments. And like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Blue Bear fam. Now our membership is $2.99 and $3.99. So make sure you get that membership, and you can join us every video we make. Hey, well, I'll see you all next time when I make another video. Whenever I do that. Well, have a good day to you all, and later.